Have you ever felt a calling to the ends of the earth, a pull towards a place so vast, so pure, that it redefines your sense of wonder? For me, that call came from the south, from the last great wilderness on our planet, Antarctica. This isn't just a travel story, it's a journey into the heart of a frozen world, a place that forever changed the way I see our home. Antarctica. The name itself conjures images of endless white, a land of ice and silence. But it's so much more. It's the Earth's natural laboratory, a continent dedicated to peace and science, holding secrets of our planet's past and clues to its future within its frozen layers. The sheer scale of it is humbling. It's a place where nature is undeniably in charge. The journey to get there is an adventure in itself. I remember the mix of excitement and nerves as I prepared. Planning a trip to Antarctica requires precision. The best time to go is during the austral summer, from November to March, when the days are long and the wildlife is most active. Packing is a science. Layers are your best friend. Thermal base layers, fleece mid-layers, and a waterproof, windproof outer shell are non-negotiable. Don't forget polarized sunglasses for the blinding glare, high SPF sunscreen, and of course, a camera with plenty of memory cards. You're going to need them. There are primarily two ways to reach the White Continent, by sea or by air. Most people, including myself, opt for an expedition cruise, typically departing from Ushuaia, Argentina, the southernmost city in the world. The voyage across the Drake Passage, the body of water between South America and Antarctica, is legendary. They call it the Drake Shake or the Drake Lake, and you never know which one you'll get. I remember staring out at the churning steel-grey waves, feeling so small, a tiny vessel in a vast ocean. It's a rite of passage, a 2-day journey that strips away the familiar and prepares you for the unknown. After the turbulence, there's a moment of profound calm. The first iceberg appears on the horizon, a surreal, sculpted giant of ethereal blue. And at that moment, you know you've arrived. And then, the world transforms. The first landing on Antarctic soil is a moment I will never forget. The air is so crisp, so clean, it feels like you're breathing for the first time. And the silence, it's not an absence of sound, but a presence. You hear the crunch of snow under your boots, the gentle lapping of water against ice, and the distant calls of wildlife. Speaking of wildlife, nothing prepares you for the sheer abundance of it. This isn't a zoo, it's their world, and we are merely quiet visitors. You'll see vast colonies of penguins, adelie, chinstrap, and gentoo, waddling, nesting, and tobogganing on their bellies. I spent hours just watching them, utterly captivated by their comical and endearing social lives. Then there are the seals, crab-eater, Weddell, and the formidable leopard seal, lounging on ice floes, seemingly unbothered by our presence. And out in the water, the true giants emerge. The awe of seeing a humpback whale breach, its massive body erupting from the icy water, is a memory etched into my soul. Responsible viewing is paramount. We kept our distance, moved slowly, and never came between an animal and its path to the water. It's about respect. The landscape itself is the main character in this story. The icebergs are floating masterpieces, each one unique, carved by wind and water into impossible shapes. Some are tabular and immense, the size of city blocks, while others are intricate, with arches and caves glowing with an otherworldly blue light. This blue color comes from the ice being so dense that it absorbs every other color of the spectrum, reflecting only blue. We learned that these icebergs and the immense glaciers they break off from are not just beautiful, they are vital. They are the pulse of the continent, influencing ocean currents and global weather patterns. Hidden amidst this wilderness are pockets of human endeavor, the scientific research stations. Visiting one felt like stepping into a remote outpost on another planet, We got a glimpse into the life of the dedicated scientists who live here, enduring extreme conditions to conduct crucial research. They study everything from ancient ice cores that reveal Earth's climate history to the unique adaptations of Antarctic life. Their work is at the forefront of understanding climate change, providing the data that informs the world about the health of our planet. It was a powerful reminder that this beautiful continent is also a critical scientific frontier. For the adventurous soul, Antarctica offers experiences that will get your heart racing. I remember the first time I got into a kayak, paddling silently through a maze of ice. The perspective from sea level is completely different. You feel the chill of the water, hear the crackle of tiny air bubbles escaping from melting glacial ice, a sound they call Bergy Seltzer. Some brave souls even take the polar plunge, a fleeting, electrifying dip into the near-freezing Antarctic waters. It's a shock to the system, but the bragging rights and the feeling of being truly alive are worth it. But Antarctica is not just a place of nature, it's also a place of history, filled with the ghosts of heroic and often tragic expeditions. You can visit historic huts, perfectly preserved by the cold, dry air, left behind by explorers like Shackleton and Scott. Standing in these simple wooden structures, you can almost feel the presence of these men who pushed the limits of human endurance. Their stories of survival, leadership, and scientific discovery are an integral part of the Antarctic legacy. This brings me to the most poignant part of the journey. Antarctica is the front line of climate change. The beauty here is fragile. The guides and scientists spoke with a quiet urgency about the changes they are witnessing: receding glaciers, shrinking sea ice, and the impact on wildlife that depends on it. Seeing it with my own eyes was profoundly moving. It transformed the abstract concept of climate change into a tangible, emotional reality. As a traveler, you become an ambassador for the continent. You learn to minimize your impact, to follow strict biosecurity protocols to protect the pristine environment, and most importantly, you carry the story of this vulnerable paradise back home with you. My final piece of advice for anyone dreaming of this journey is to simply be present. Put the camera down sometimes, feel the wind on your face, listen to the silence, let the scale of it all wash over you. Antarctica has a way of recalibrating your perspective, of reminding you what's truly important. It's more than a trip, it's an awakening. You leave a small piece of your heart on the ice, but you take a piece of its wild, magnificent spirit with you forever. Thank you for joining me on this journey to the bottom of the world. If this story has sparked your own sense of adventure, I hope you'll consider subscribing and following along for more. There are so many more stories to tell.